Well, good evening my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and we've got a problem. I just come out in the kitchen about half an hour ago just to make a cup of tea. In fact, I've got 3/4 of a cup now. If you don't mind, I'll just take a mouthful. So while I was waiting for the kettle to boil, I thought, oh, I'll just have a look at the Masdevallia pyxis. The one with the beautiful roots that I potted up in live sphagnum moss, which it was already potted up in. And because I had noticed 1 or 2 leaves were falling, and there another one's fallen. So I thought, well, I better just check this out. And look at that. Do you remember all those roots? All those beautiful roots? Look at this. Every one is dead. So, well, I don't know what I can say. And I don't know whether you'll notice in there whether it's going to be light enough. Let's just see whether it'll focus in. We've got mould. We've got mould down there. So this has now got no roots at all. Look at this. Everyone a goner. I tell you, there are times when you could just give up. So, but you can't give up, because to give up, you know, these things are sent to try us. So that's how I look at it. Right, so what I'm going to do now is detach it from this mount. I don't know how, because it's been on this mount since I've had it. And I've done a mixture up like Mick of Mick's Masdevallias. It smells alright. It doesn't smell wrong, but it just, see, look. It's probably my fault. You know, it's just probably just too wet. So I was going to take it off this mount, but I tell you, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to, because it's I don't even know how it's fixed on this mount. Because sometimes you'll find a clip at the back, and there isn't any clip there, and it's solid as it's absolutely jam-packed. Look. So let's see if we can save this. Well, I think we can save it. It's just a case of potting it in something that's going to allow it to dry, and I'll let you see there's a little tiny, can you see? Little tiny green root there. So, but every one of these, every single one has gone. Let's have a look underneath here. You see, can you see underneath there? That's how it's attached to this mount. Now let's just see. Alright, well, it's coming off the mount one way or the other, because I pulled it off the mount. There we go. Right. Tell you, sometimes you just have to do what you've got to do. first I thought there might be some snails or something that had imported from the moss, but it doesn't appear to be any snails. But there's one green root there. Oh, I tell you, it's 5 steps forward and 10 back at times. Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to keep the tripod still so I don't keep knocking it. And let's have a look. Can you see what I'm doing? What I'm trying to do is just pull out all this sphagnum moss. And I mean the others, you know, that I've just put in that new fresh sphagnum moss, they seem to be okay. But this one was on that mount. What's it smell of? It smells of dampness. Yeah, it just smells of... Let's have a look what's in here. Can you see? It's just rotted. Right. Right. Just hold on, I'm going to get some hydrogen peroxide. Right, so I'm back again. I've got the hydrogen peroxide here. So what I'm doing now, I don't know if you'll see, I'm right in the middle here. And I'm just trying to get everything out that I can. Let's just have a look. It's wanting to naturally break now. Now, is that a good thing or a bad? Let's have a look. Whew. Don't half pong. Pong's like pond water. Stagnant. That's what it is. Stagnant pond water. Right. Okay. I want to try and get these rotted bits off. And then we can start again. Can you see? We're doing so well today. I've done some more phragmopediums, and I thought, oh, now that's a good root. Can you see that good root there? Must save that. So I was doing quite well, and you know, and then wham bam. Right. Okay. And what I've got here is some prepared mix. I've been back onto mix Masdevallias to check how he grows his. And right, I'm going to leave those little wispy bits on. They're not going to serve any purpose, but I just want to leave them on just to help some of the media stick to it. You see, that's what it's going to do now, you see, because it's rotting. I'm going to have to be careful. Right. Well, that's what we have to do in YouTube, you see. We always share the bad. It's no good sharing the good, and then everybody's thinking it's going to be hunky-dory, because I tell you what, it ain't. And then sometimes, oh dear, it's enough to drive you crackers. Right, so let's have a look. See, this is completely gone. All this. You see, I always say to some of my subscribers, you should listen to your orchids. And I've been busy, you see, with this semi-hydro. And I think I've mentioned before that I had noticed 1 or 2 leaves dropping. And I'd never really had that problem before. Only the odd occasional one that's aged. You see, so this orchid was trying to tell me it wasn't happy. You see, and because I've left it, it's going to struggle now. Right. Is there anything else I can do to this one? Whew, it does smell. Some of mine do pong a bit, in the sense that I use rainwater, so there's always a bit of a pong to the water. Right. See what I mean by it's all coming to pieces now? No. Look at that. And you see, so it'll all have to be potted up together. And sorry about that. Can we keep this big piece intact? Hopefully. I'm hoping it'll go in one part. Right, hydrogen peroxide. And it'll hurt my fingers as well, because it always does. Burns them. Yep, they're fizzing away now. So I have to just wipe my hands, and we'll decide what pot they're going in. See, that's the mixture. A little bit of sphagnum moss, some small bark, plenty of perlite, and lacquer to go in the bottom of the pot. So where did that one roll? Over here. You see that? Right. Now this is only a tiny pot. And I think I'm going to put every piece in here. Okay. You see that little pot? It's still actually fizzing, this. So I don't think we'll get any blooms this time. I've got a new growth coming there. Can you see that new little tiny growth? Got two good roots on this piece. Got one little root coming there on that piece. Right. I mean, I suppose I could pot these up all separately. See, that's too big. See, to pot this up separately, I need that smaller pot. Right, so I'll put a little bit of that in the bottom. And you see, I've gone down another size. So I've gone from that size down to that size. I'm going to lose one or two of these yellow leaves. Right, let's see if I've got enough of this, if I've made enough of this mixture up. Let's see. Mick said it's got to be a very, very light mixture. No compacting it down. Let's have a look. Can you see? Does seem a little bit wobbly in the pot. What I might do is just try and secure that a little bit. You see, so there's the mixture. Yeah, you see, look, it was wanting to fall out. I just need something to just hold it there, which I will get. So now I'm going to have a look at this one now. I could put all these in that one. Bear with me a minute. Right, sorry to have kept you waiting. Got a little bit of wire here. So what I thought I might do is just bend it over that way and see whether or not it'll allow me to push that down in the middle. Right. That's okay. So that's better now. And we'll do this next one now. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Let's have a look. See, these are all little pieces. And this is the one that was slightly bigger pot. So I'm going to see whether I can get all these to go in together. Let's have a look. It's always awkward when you're trying to manoeuvre things to go together in a pot, but let's see if I can do it this way. Right. Can you see? Let's see if I can get you in camera while I do this. One's coming up a bit too high there, so let's see if I can just manoeuvre that piece down. Oh dear, let me see, down there inside. A little piece there, that one, that single little piece there. I've not been able to get that down yet. I'd have to try and manoeuvre that with the wire. So that's going to be it tonight, and like I say, listen to your plants. If they're doing something which they don't normally do, and this one of course was dropping the leaves, and where's that piece of wire? There we go. Again, another piece of wire. Let's see if I can bring that middle bit together. There's that piece that doesn't want to. There we go. There, see? So it's in there now. And you know, that little piece still hasn't gone in. So what I'm going to have to do with that is put another little piece of wire here. There. There we go. So that's my emergency repot. And so that's just a little bit of the mixture that's left. Let's have a look. And then, excuse me while I just wipe the bits off my hand. So this piece is all the little bits that I've managed to pull together. And there, can you see the mixture? Still a little bit wobbly there. I'm going to have to try and manoeuvre that in so that doesn't wobble at all. Might have to just go and get another piece of wire. And this one's fine. This is in the smaller pot, and that's secured in with that piece of wire. Well, it's really secured in now. and there's that open mixture. And what I'll do for the next few days, well, I won't water this because it's had the hydrogen peroxide on it, and what I'll do is just keep my eye on it, and I'll come back. Well, it'll lose that leaf, it'll lose that leaf, it'll lose that leaf, and it'll lose that leaf. But all I can do is keep my fingers crossed that I didn't leave it too long. This one seems to be fine, and I'm hoping this one will be fine. So thank you for joining me. It's been a bit of a long video, I know, but I needed to get this done and out of the way, out of this wet mixture. Well, the mount that it was on. Okay then folks, have a nice weekend. Take care. Bye bye now.